here real quick. All right.
Damn it,
Perfect. It is another episode of your new favorite podcast. Two dudes, one
and
cup
one cup.
of coffee.
Right.
Anyways,
Yeah.
back to that. The girls have really gotten into playing Mario,
That's
and
cool.
so they're playing Super Mario Land 3D.
Oh,
Or
nice. Okay.
Super Mario 3D World or whatever it is, and Bowser's Fury on the Switch.
Yeah.
As well as the new Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Oh yeah. That's only have like 4 players.
You can, yeah. You can have up to 4 players. The same thing with Super Mario Land or Super Mario World or Super Mario 3D World. Or I am not getting paid by Nintendo this morning. That's for sure. Those can also, but we're just doing single player.
Okay.
So I got a Switch and I got a Wii U, and they take turns playing the different games that are available.
Cool.
The Switch has a ton of stuff. It's got, the Super Mario, not Super Mario. It's got the Switch Online. And so they got access to some of the games from the Super Nintendo and the regular Nintendo, as well as all the Mario games that I've bought.
So are they actually playing old school Nintendo?
No, they're playing newer school Nintendo. They've tried doing a little bit of the other stuff, but really looking back at it, like I wish I could have that leaf and have Raccoon Mario where I can fly. That was so overpowered. Like you don't see that in the newer games. The newer games have really weak. You get to do this little like, and then you fall. Like it's not like Power Wings where you can like actually fly up somewhere. Or even having the cape.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you're good with the cape, you can go the distance.
You know what's funny is I'm not shitting you, man. I would listen to Cake.
Okay.
The song going the distance.
Oh yeah.
While playing Super Mario Brothers.
Right, yeah.
Like that was my jam. Like that album, like I'd listen to that song on repeat, and I'd play Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World. And that was so monumental. Like that was like 7th grade, man.
Oh yeah.
That takes it back. That's for sure. But I would listen to Cake. You know, he's going the distance.
Yeah.
He's going for speed. He's all alone in a time of need. That and Short Skirt Long Jacket.
Oh yeah, that's a good tune.
Yeah. It's really great. It was fun. So anyways, they're playing these games. And when I say they're playing these games until they die the first time on a level, and then it's, hey Adam, help me.
Oh, okay.
The first time. Yeah. So I've definitely been trying to get them. This is your game. You play this. And it's really frustrating when the little one comes up and says, hey, help me beat this. And I'm like, we've already beaten this.
Yeah.
We've already collected all the stars and all the coins on this level. We don't need to play this again.
Right.
I need your help. I need to save the fairies.
All right.
We've saved the fairy. We can't continue to save the same fairy.
No.
And that's just not getting through. But they love it. It's fun. It's exciting. I died so many times on one of those levels like a week or so ago. And Lex is like, oh, well, if you need help, I can help you. And I'm like, I'm 39 and you're 6. What do you know? She beat it.
Oh.
Yeah. That was a really humbling, in my face experience. It was fantastic. So
it's important to keep in mind though that as a 39-year-old man, you have this thing called a job and responsibilities. Because like I never would have been. I'm not amazing. I'm not in the top 10% of video game players, right? But certainly when I was 12 and I could spend all afternoon or Saturday playing it, I was a lot better. So it's a little different as an adult. It's like, well, I could get Mortal Kombat Online or Call of Duty or whatever, but I don't want to play those online because I only have an hour to play every 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's the funny thing though, is that's what we do on the weekends, basically.
Oh, really?
When nothing else is major going on, is we're just sitting here playing Mario. And I mean, Lexa goes to school.
That's true. Yeah. That's
so
true.
I mean, it's she has her responsibilities and I have my responsibilities, and
all right.
But usually it's when they first get home, they're jamming to get on it, and so
yeah.
and then we have other things to do in that
Right,
time. But I've also
yeah.
had a lot more time playing it. And it's funny because I'd be playing a level that they just handed me, and I've never really played the Super Mario new Super Mario Brothers Wii Deluxe or whatever it is. I've never played it before until I just bought it, and I hadn't even played it a whole lot because life got in the way. And so she'd hand me the control, the Switch, and I'd start playing, and I'm just like running through it, not taking any damage. I'm not dying. And she's like, "Well, have you played this before?" I'm like, "No, this is my first time."
Right. Just pour salt in the wound.
Now, granted, there's different characters that you can play, and they all have different abilities. So there's Mario, which is kind of your standard one. Luigi is a little bit faster, jumps higher. I think you get a little bit more control out of the Toads, but then there's also a character called Norbert.
Okay. Huh?
And that's easy mode.
Oh.
That's where you could basically run through a level, not get hit. You could run right past the enemies because basically you kind of are the bad guy.
Oh, okay.
Like I think Norbert in some of the things has been like the villain or
what does
bad
it look
guy.
Like?
It's this little purpley dude that looks like it's like I don't know. It's weird.
Well, right Super there, weird. He's a purpley dude, so you already know he's a villain.
I should find a way to yeah, right. All villains are purple. We're looking at you, Barney and Thanos.
That's right. Fucking holy shit, Barney's a villain.
Mario.
Was he trying to like kidnap the kid?
I don't know. Hold on, let me look at this. I'm gonna burn so much time trying to figure this out.
Yeah, that's why we needed Jamie.
Super Mario, Oh, there's cheats. I should go look at the cheats.
It's cool though. My nephew's got the Dragon Ball Z fighting game, so that's been fun playing that with them. That's my video game experience the last couple of weeks. They usually come over on Saturdays in the evening. Not every Saturday, but we've gotten to game a little bit with them, which is nice.
I can't really.
They're at that age.
That's terrible. That's so bad. Yeah, why am I even trying to do this? This is why this is a crappy podcast. That dude.
Oh yeah.
You can play as that dude, and he doesn't take that. Now you can still fall.
Okay.
And lava still, like if you even touch a little bit of lava, and there's points where like when you're trying to get to the final world, as far as I know, because Nintendo has a way of having really fantastic, like in Super Mario 3D Land, you get to Bowser's Kingdom and Bowser's Castle, and you beat it, and you're like, hell yeah! And then all of a sudden, like Bowser comes out of nowhere, snatches all the fairies again, and then jumps up. And you're like, where did he jump to? And you go in this tube, and you come up, and it's like all dark. And as you get up into the world, like the lights start coming on, like the like stage close to you, and then further on, and it's like basically this huge theme park that's Bowser based, Bowser themed. But the lights start to come on, and there's neon, and there's fireworks, and you're like, well, crap, I guess we're about to do this again, Bowser.
Yeah.
But that lends to, I think, a lot, like, I don't know if you've heard this, there's a fan theory that, and it might even be true, Super Mario Brothers 3 is a stage production.
Really?
So when you first turn it on and you get up to where it's like the curtains open,
right? Yeah,
and there's that weird like checkerboard stage almost. And then Super Mario Brothers 2 is a dream.
Okay.
Spoilers for no one who's played Super Mario Brothers 2 on the Nintendo. It's a dream. Jesus Christ. So it just makes me wonder if all this is just people just having a good time. We're
bored.
So
hold on. So hold on.
So we're gonna have
okay.
Bowser kidnap the princess or whatever.
Right. Yeah, it's an elaborate game of cops and robbers, which explains why they all go Mario Karting together. They all go play tennis together. They all go to the parties together. They're not actually enemies.
No, they're just having fun. So someone drew the wrong straw, the short straw. Right. I want to see one where Bowser's the good guy. That's what I want to see.
That'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. Actually, I'd be okay with that. That would.
And you have to go save his 7 kids.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be dope. Actually, yeah. Just flip the script on that and have Mario and Peach and Luigi be assholes, and
you have Toads walking around everywhere trying to like punch you or something.
Yeah. Which, I mean, Toads aren't all that different from Goombas, so.
Aren't they the same thing?
I mean, yeah, but I think Goombas are the midget version of Toads.
Oh.
Because Goombas they look a lot shorter than Toad. Toad has an actual body.
Yeah, but
Goombas are just go.
I was gonna say, like, there's like, even in the original books, like when Bowser took over the kingdom, he turned all of the mushroom people into bricks and question blocks and stuff. And
right.
So what if they didn't just, take some of the other and create the other creatures out of them as well? I don't know.
Oh, he's like Sauron. Bowser is like Sauron. He's created orcs out of torturing elves, and Goombas out of torturing mushroom people.
Now that's Lord of the Fellowship, right?
Yeah, that's Fellowship of the Two Towers. It's the Lord of the Two Cups.
Lord of the Two Cups. Cheers to that one.
Cheers.
Have you gotten a chance to see the new show on Amazon?
No, I'm boycotting it on principle.
Oh, fair enough.
And that principle is they so completely destroyed the Wheel of Time, which is probably my favorite fantasy series, that I'm not even giving the time of day for anything else.
Okay.
How about you?
Oh no, I'm not a big, huge Lord of the Rings nerd, so it's not something that's high on my priority list to watch.
Yeah, that's understandable. I've always liked Lord of the Rings. I like fantasy shit. Peter Jackson's movies are fantastic. They're not perfect, but shut up, haters. Those are amazing films. But between Amazon ruining everything they touch, at least in the film department, and the fact that it was I don't want to say tradition, but the ex-wife and I would watch Lord of the Rings extended edition throughout our marriage. Not once or twice. I mean, like, numerous times a year. Like, let's marathon this. We got a weekend. We're spending all 30 hours in Middle Earth. And that also makes me like, I'm not interested anymore. Which is unfortunate. Like, on the one hand, I kind of don't like that I'm reacting that way, because I feel like I'm losing, or I'm giving up things I care about. Well, I'm not going to do Lord of the Rings anymore because of her. I'm not going to watch Marvel movies because of her. I'm not going to, like, dude, stop being a bitch and just do what you want to do.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I'm trying to level up, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with those movies or comics, right? I went out and bought a couple of comics recently. I sent you a picture of one, but like, okay, I can still enjoy that world and not be obsessed with it. Mm-hmm. And for myself, I need to live in the real world. I need to not. It's too easy to escape, and I love escapism, but that's all I'm doing. That's all I've been doing for the last 7 years. It's not going to get me where I want to be. I'm not quite sure what the end goal is, which makes it harder to get there, but I'm like, okay, the path I've been on has not gotten me where I wanted to be. It hasn't gotten me the type of life or spouse or career, anything that I want, doing what I've been doing my whole life.
Yeah.
Let's make a fucking change. Mm-hmm. Some of the changes are more drastic than others, right? But that took a tangent there, but that's one reason why I'm wearing the nicer clothing too, actually. So granted, the reason I went out and bought these nice button downs and these nice slacks, I did it for work. I was told the dress code was business casual. I don't know what the fuck that means because I'm a scumbag. So I went to Macy's and I bought some slacks and some button down shirts because I mean, for somebody in my economic position, Macy's seems like a fancy place. Certainly, I never stopped there growing up because it was too expensive for my family to go to. So I was like, well, I guess Macy's will make me look mature and adult and professional, you know.
Yeah.
But I've now I wear it 5 days a week, you know. But I'm starting to just wear it around town where I'm like, well, I can either dress in my work clothes with these nice trousers and these nice button downs, or I can wear the t-shirts I have that are plain white t-shirts that are stained with paint and crummy jeans. Well, fuck, I guess I'll dress nice. Been a really weird shift for me, dude.
Yeah.
But I think I'm enjoying it. I'm getting more used to it, more comfortable with it, and to the point that I did buy a concert T-shirt when I saw Megadeth a few weeks ago, and I wore it for the first time, last week, and it felt weird walking out of the house with the T-shirt on. I mean, it was like 10 o'clock at night.
Who are you?
Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm like, I'm not dressed. I need to go back inside. This is not how I dress anymore.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make some radical changes.
That seems pretty radical.
You know.
That's for sure.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how much I can't. I don't remember all the things you did differently or not, but I mean, you've been through what I'm going through, so.
Yeah, I think you know, a lot of times when, you know, you've dedicated a good chunk of your life to something, and I think this doesn't just go for relationships, but I think it goes for your career or your job or whatever you're doing. If you're, you know, invested and involved in something for so long, that becomes a part of your identity, and the moment that that's no longer a part of your identity and who you are, you kind of start to struggle with who you are. You know, you think about, you know, I know some of the first things that was really unfortunate, I guess, about the whole, well, maybe it's not the most unfortunate things, but like, you know, the friends, the gatherings, the extended family that I'd gotten to know and have been involved in for like 10 years, and then suddenly it's just not there. And so there is this void, there's this difference. And so I think when we try to, you know, kind of recoup from that and figure out who we are, we do start to develop new habits, new traditions, and we do redefine ourselves. I know for me, there was I did a couple things out of spite and out of jest. But that's because I think I got really kind of depressed.
Yeah, I think you did too.
And so that was tough. But I mean, there was, you know, I guess maybe enough going on where it didn't spiral for me, but it felt like it at points. But then kind of got a kind of little kick in the butt, so to speak, when Dad said, hey, you should think about, you know, getting in your own place, because I'd been living with my parents for 3 months. And so and even in the course of that, I had to get a new car.
Right.
My car broke down.
I forgot
so
about
I'm
that.
getting a new car. I'm applying for an apartment. Like everything like went on the up and up.
Yeah.
And
you know, honestly, I imagine, if I can interject real quickly, I imagine that your dad saying that probably kind of sucked in the moment, but probably what you needed.
See, but it wasn't like a bad, like it wasn't a
no.
Like I think I was at a place where I knew what I needed to do. It wasn't like I need to like. It's not like my entire world was falling apart and I couldn't figure out what to do. Like I knew what I needed to do.
Yeah.
And the moment he said that, I was like, you know what, you're right.
Right.
I gotta get out there and I gotta get going.
Yeah.
I think if that conversation would have took a little bit longer to happen, things may have been a little bit tougher, and it would have been like more heartbreaking to hear that from your family. But
yeah,
in the same way, it, you know, it didn't ever come across that way. So
that's good. That's good. Yeah, I've thought about my process of this. Excuse me. And how different my outcome would have been if I'd stayed in the Seattle area. Right. I mean, I had 2 jobs. Could have very easily gone back to indoor billboard without. I have no doubt I could have tapped that again to have an even more steady thing. I probably could have couch surfed for a little bit until I was able to find an apartment. I mean, there was a good support network there that I'm thinking back. You know, I don't know if it was the right call or not, but in the end, I guess there's that whole idea of like right decisions, wrong decisions is kind of bullshit. That's where I've come to now is what you chose is what you chose, and right or wrong. I think I get that right or wrong thing from my religious upbringing, where it's like, well, you know, you got to pray about it and get the approval from the man upstairs and listen to the spirit, and it's going to tell you what to do and if you're on the right path or not. But that's ended up paralyzing me at key points in my life, where even though I'm mostly not religious, sometimes that programming kicks in, and then I'm like, okay, well, what's the right thing? And I'll sit there waiting to figure out the correct path, when in reality, just fucking go do it.
Yeah.
Right or wrong, you got to just own that decision, you know.
But I think, you know, when we talk about like kind of that religious programming, I know a big component of that whole sort of living by faith thing is you can't wait. You can't just sit and wait upon the Lord. It's not even in there really. I mean, there's this idea that we have to take a very active role in our lives, and if it's the right path, we'll know it, and if it's the wrong path, the doors will close and it won't happen for us. But I think this idea of like having to wait, like I had a buddy who for whatever reason had this idea that, you know, he needed to, before he could progress, you know, in his skill tree, so to speak, he had to do certain things. Like, right, you can't, like when playing Skyrim, you can't just go do some of the coolest stuff first. You have to like, you know, go through the different skill paths. So he really he believed he needed to have a good job.
Okay.
He needed to create a savings, and then he needed to go buy land.
Yeah.
And then he needed to build on that land.
Sure.
And then he could meet his future wife, and then he could get married. And so that didn't happen for him though. Like, I mean, something happened for him where like he got reconnected with someone that he knew from a few years prior, and they hit it off, and then he just moved to Maryland and started life there, and he's doing fantastic. Like, you don't have to do things in this like step-by-step process. And what's interesting is this morning I even heard, and I don't know if it's an actual direct quote from Matthew McConaughey or if it was from a movie or what it was, but he's talking about doing things half-assed. Don't do things half-assed. Like it could be the easiest thing or it could be the hardest thing. Don't do it half-assed.
Yeah.
You know, like go do it.
Whole asset.
Yeah. Get the whole ass in there.
Get the whole, yeah. No, I've heard similar ideas, and it makes a lot of sense. You know, even you know, when I thought I was going to be a professional musician and I was pursuing that that lifestyle and those talents, I think 2 things happened simultaneously. I was subconsciously doing what your buddy was doing, where, well, I can't move to whatever LA to start a band until I have XYZ figured out, and I can't I had all these reasons why I couldn't actually pursue that goal because I was stuck in step one, or what I thought step one was, or step three, or whatever, right? So in a lot of ways, I didn't ever I never took action outside of like trying to line up the pieces, which is silly. You got to just go do. But then simultaneously, I'd heard similar things to that McConaughey quote from some very successful musicians. I can't remember who now, who basically said, look, someone asked them, like, what was your fallback plan? And they said, I don't have one. If you have a fallback plan, you're going to fall back. When things get tough, you're going to give up and say, well, my fallback plan is being a teacher, so, well, I'm going to go teach, right? And so I took that to mean you really stick to it, whole ass it, do everything you can. So I had tricked myself into thinking I was whole assing it because I wasn't allowing myself to progress in other areas of life and other skills. I wasn't going to school. I wasn't doing anything else to better myself, while simultaneously not doing what was necessary to actually progress as a musician, as far as geographically and socially and stuff. What are you going to do, though?
Make a cup of coffee and get your day going.
That's right. Exactly right. I make my bed now.
You got to put one foot forward. I still don't fold clothes, but, whatever.
Yeah. I have to because all my clothes are button-down shirts, and if I don't, they get all wrinkly and I look like a hobo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That was quick.
I ironed my clothes last week.
Oh, I think I've done that a few times. Like, there's something very powerful and something very like intangible yet tangible or something about, like, I remember when I first got the new bed that I bought on my own, making it every day. Like, I mean, it, like, you feel good about that. Ironing clothes, getting all that stuff, everything's ready to go. I think, like, I don't know if I really had the opportunity to do this in the past, but like, I had to fix a part of the bed because it broke. And so, like, going through and like planning out what I'm going to do, how I'm going to fix it, going out and buying bolts and washers and drilling through the material to try to, reinforce it. This morning I noticed we have a little coffee area in the kitchen because why not? Because coffee. And there's like a cabinet, and one of the doors on the cabinet was really kind of crappy since it's Brittany's old family kind of heirloom sort of thing. The door was kind of busted. It was falling apart. Well, it like fell apart. Like, it was at a point where he couldn't just kind of like push it back into place. So this morning I took it's not even a power drill. It's just a glorified drill, just basically for doing simple stuff. It doesn't have a whole lot of power to it. But I took the hinges off and I kind of like took it apart a little bit, pulled the thing off fully, analyzed it, glued back one of the wood pieces, got that set, threw some glue in the piece that gets hinged on, and then like slid the door right back in, and now it's sitting drying, and hopefully it's not a problem. And there's something really just fantastic, this feeling that you get when you've done something like that, when you fix something, and you're the one that did it. You didn't have somebody else come help you.
Right.
I think phoning a friend is okay.
You need a little advice or something.
There's something very tangible about being the person that's actually doing the work.
Yeah. Well, it's tangible. It's real. It feels real, and there's a difference. And it's work. Even was it necessary to fix the coffee hutch instead of buying a new one? And it's a family heirloom, so it's emotionally important. But even that idea of like that modern idea of just disposability and we'll just buy a new one has really, I think, ruined a lot of what you're talking about. I wanted to say self-worth for a second there, but we live in a disposable society. We treat everything that way. to the point that it's cheaper to buy a new item than to get them fixed most of the time.
Yeah.
Which is insane. And yeah, you get a real sense of pride and accomplishment, and it's real. It's not some weird bullshit busy work in an office that you don't understand what you're really even doing.
Yeah. And one thing that, like, I guess kind of like just adds to that whole story is her ex broke it.
Oh, okay. There you go.
And so now I've come in and I've fixed it. Hopefully,
right.
we'll see what happens after. Right. Like, I fixed it. Like, man, I was up pretty early. So I mean, it's had a couple hours, had 3 or 4 hours now to set.
Yeah.
And dry. So hopefully it's enough. I didn't have wood glue or anything. It was like some glue that B had in her drawer, and I'm like, well, this is better than the glitter glue, I guess. So we'll see if this functions properly and holds. So
was it better than Elmer's glue, or
I don't know. Hold on, let me see.
Okay.
It's this tacky glue.
Oh yeah, that'll be good.
Ultra strong, it says. Dries clear. Okay. Premium all-purpose adhesive.
Yeah.
And it's America's favorite. So go out there and buy some Aleene's original tacky glue.
We better get some free glue out of this.
Oh yeah, we better get some free glue.
Oh boy. Yeah. That's good. It's good to fix things. Definitely. So how much time do we have left?
Less than 5 minutes. That was real quick. Yeah.
That was quick. Yeah, it felt good. Yeah. This feels a lot better than the other practice runs we did.
What other practice runs? This is real life, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but if you die, you can just restart.
Oh, yes.
But you come back as a new character.
But we can't keep doing that, because then the podcast never actually gets. What if each episode was the first episode?
That'd be pretty good.
We post it, but we're like, no, this is the first episode. This is the actual first episode.
Right. Everything else is bullshit. This is number one. Don't count the rest.
Like, I even titled the other ones episode 0 just for giggles.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Episode 0, episode half, episode 3/4. What if we never get to episode number 1?
Whoa, what was that? Cup, who are you talking to over there?
Wait, what'd Cup say?
Did you see that? Like, some hand just tried to reach for it. That was brutal.
Whoa. Weird.
Cup, what you doing, Boba? We got a stalker.
Yeah. I got gremlins in the studio.
Creepy. Yeah, don't feed them after midnight, by the way.
No, and don't get them wet.
Well, you should.
Edit that last
Don't
part
touch
out.
That's my coffee. Oh my gosh.
Ew, it's cold.
Is it?
Well, I made the cup of coffee at 6 a.m. So, it is cold.
Yeah, it's gonna be gross. Not quality.
Good times.
Yeah. It was really good. This was a much better. This is good.
Good.
Yeah. Cool.
Good. Now we just made it weird. So.
Yeah. So we don't know how to sign off, do we?
What?
We don't know how to sign off, do we?
We don't have to, or we don't know how to?
We don't know how to.
Correct. I think I could just hit whatever button I want to end it if I wanted to, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Or you could just leave the conversation and I could just be left here alone. Who knows how this is ever going to end?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you're in control of recording things, so
yeah.
Do we want to sign off an official, like, all right, suck your dick next time or something, like? Same gay channel, same gay place.
Hold on, let me get the notebook out. All right, let me find it here. I have it. This guy got to search for it. Okay. Things Ed says that. Okay, there it is. Number 14 on the gay list. All right.
That's not 14 things in 5 years. That's not that high of a,
No, that was page 14.
Oh, okay. Well, remind me not to have any future girlfriends ever meet you, because you'll probably convince them I'm gay, and then they'll leave me.
Or maybe I'll get them to convince you you're gay.
And then I'll leave them for you? Is that your master plan here?
Oh, man. I didn't think that out, man.
No, you didn't.
Oh, geez.
Adam says it makes me think he's gay. I'll start my own. You don't say as many, though.
Oh. Gotta be real careful. Gotta be real careful.
We're gonna get canceled using that word.
Probably. There's so many. Yeah, there's a lot of good things to talk about. Another time, I guess.
Yeah, we got to save it all. Oh, next weekend might be tough. I am gonna be in your area next weekend.
Dude, we could do something live.
We might be able to. I don't know. I like that idea, but I think just my timing next weekend's gonna be so fucking tight. I land at like 1 a.m. I don't know. I'm staying with Aaron, my guitar player. He's my transportation. I'm just bumming on his couch for the weekend. We have the show Saturday night. Sunday I fly back to Arizona. For future trips to Seattle, we should definitely. I need to get an extra day in there somewhere so we can make a live thing happen.
Yeah.
But this one is. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to see my dog on this trip, actually. So